to start by looking at question 3. It says, which list shows the numbers in order from least value to greatest value? If you haven't already gotten in the habit of underlining those words or circling those words, I typically underline words and circle numbers in problems. But if you're not in that habit, do it now. Start doing it now, because that's one way to avoid simple mistakes, is by noticing if you're going in least to greatest or greatest to least. Okay? So if it wants me to do least to greatest, this is my trick to narrow down answer choices and save yourself some time. I'm going to start by looking at my positives, because those are easy to put in order. That's like kindergarten, putting numbers in order, except there's fractions, maybe not. But so I'm going to cover up all the section with negative. And I'm just going to start by looking at my positive numbers they give me. We have to start this one by figuring out what 21 over 4 is in mixed number form. Okay? So this is where we bring back that method that I taught you. So if we have 21 over 4, that's really division. Okay, that's really a division problem. I'm really dividing 21 by 4. How many times does 4 go into 21? 5 times. It would be 20. So then I subtract 20. I get a remainder of 1. And now I'm done. I just have to know what parts all these make up. My whole number is how many whole times it went in. So it went in 5 whole times. There is 1 out of 4 left over. So your remainder is your numerator. And the number you originally had on bottom stays. 4 stays. So that really means that 5 1/4 is what 21 over 4 would equal in mixed number form. Okay? So is 5 or 5 1/4 going to be closest to 0? Which one's least? 5 is least, right? Because 1/4 is 1/4 bigger than 5. So any of the answer choices that don't have 5 and then 5 1/4, I'm going to cross out. So which 2 can I cross out? G and J. So I'm going to come over here and cross out J and G. Okay, so I started, guys, with my positives because it helped me narrow out 2 answer choices. Now I'm only looking at 2 more. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do next. Let me flip my card. Now that I've narrowed down 2, I'm going to just move my card over 1. And now I have to see between negative 2.5 or negative 2/5, which one is going to be closer to 0. Because remember, if we have a number line, if this is 0, then when you're looking for least to greatest in the positives, it just goes up. But when you're looking for it in the negatives, it works backwards. Okay? So if I have this number line right here, where is negative 2 1/2 going to be? I'm going to count 1, 2 1/2, and it's going to be right here. Negative 2/5. If we look up here at this chart that I made, that's the same thing as 0.4. That's not even a whole. It's not even a whole yet. So 0.4 would be right about here. So if I'm going down in the number line, which one would be closest to 0? Negative 2/5, because it's going to be right here. So which one so far is going in order? C or H, whichever one this is. This one is going to be all the way down here, so I can cross that one out. If I want to check myself, I know that negative 2 and 0.47 would be 1, 2, and then right before that half. And then I know that negative 2 1/2 would be right here. So which one is in correct order? H. Okay? That just takes it a little bit more step by step for getting your problem in order. Yes, ma'am. Yes. We all passed. All right. Now I want you to look at number 5 down here. Okay. This is another one of those problems, guys, that all it's asking you to do is to know how to solve it. You don't have to actually solve it. Okay. A carpenter wants to cut a board that is 5/6 feet long into pieces that are 5/16 feet long. The carpenter will use the expression shown to calculate the number of pieces that can be cut from the board. 5/6 divided by 5/16. Which expression can also be used to calculate the number of pieces that can be cut from the board. So they give us 5/6 divided by 5/16. If we're dividing a fraction, what method do we have to use? Keep, change, flip. I have that up here in the blue. I have it back there in the board. Okay? So keep, change, flip. So if I'm looking for one that shows keep, change, flip, what answer choice am I going to find? F. They keep 5/6 the same. They change the division to multiply, and they flip 5/16 to 16/5. So what's my answer? F. Super easy.
I love Kentucky chicken fries.
Okay, flip it on the back side. Guys, I'm moving fast today because I want to get to every question that you're going to have. So we've got to move fast. Okay. I want you to look at the one in the middle. Which expression is equivalent to y times 48? Okay. If I am multiplying y times 48, I'm multiplying y times every single piece in this 48. I'm multiplying it times 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. All 48 pieces are being multiplied by y. Okay? So, if we look at F, it says y times 40 plus 8. Why can that not be it? What is it missing? Of what? Of 8. It's not multiplying y times 8, so F cannot be it. If I look at G, y times 4 times 8.
No.
It's close, but what do we need to have? Y times 8. H, y times 40 plus y times 8. Yes, because you're multiplying y times 40 and 8. And if you add 40 plus 8, you get 48, which matches your problem. J, y times 4 plus 8.
No. That
No.
was the first one.
Okay? And guys, here's a little trick. You can always make up a value for y and check. If I want to say y equals 2, I always pick 2 because it's easy. I know my 2 multiples really well. Okay? If I want to say y equals 2, then let's start by multiplying 48 times 2, my original problem right here. 8 times 2 is 16, so I carry my 1. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1? 9. So I'm now looking for a problem that equals 96. If I do this one right here, what is 2 times 40? 80. What is 2 times 8?
95.
What is 80 plus 16? 96. So that equals that right there. Okay, so I know H is my answer. Okay, look down here. Which expression is equivalent to the one shown? This is one where they want you to practice and make sure you know how to distribute. So I'm going to look for one that starts with 6 times y. What one can I cross out? A, because it says 6 plus y. The rest of them so far are okay. They all start with 6 times y. What do I have to multiply 6 by next? 4. So I need to look for one that adds 6 times 4. This one says times 6 times 4. What do you think? Wrong, because what is it doing? Multiplying when we should be adding them. This one says times 4 plus 6. Wrong. This one says plus 6 times 4. And why is the 7 not multiplied by 6? It's not in parentheses. Good. Okay, one more on this paper.
This one's easy.
Which of these can be written as an equation? What's the root word of the word equation?
Is.
Equal.
What's the root word of the word equation? Equals. So, now what some of you are saying, I have to find a problem that either has the word equals or what's the synonym for equals? Is. Okay? Just by looking, which two can I cross off that don't give me the word is or equals? A and C, they don't have the words equals or is. B says 3 is less than twice A. They don't tell me the answer. D says 4 times N is 24.
Yes.
Yes, because that would be 4N equals 24. So you had to look for that word is. Okay? All right. We're done with this sheet, the problems we're going to do on this sheet, so you can set that aside for a minute.